Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome once again to a live, interactive paranormal investigation with Scared and Alone. I'm your host, Dean Haglund, and tonight, holy smokes, I insist that everybody within the sound of my voice get out a recording app or device because the EVPs in this place in Poughkeepsie, New York is off the charts. So we have with us, as always, our crack team of paranormal investigators, starting with over on the East Coast, our very own spectral Bob Ross, the gentleman psychic. It's Richard-Lael Lillard. Richard-Lael, how are you?
I'm well, Dean. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Great to see you again. You have a canvas already prepped?
I do have. I'm really looking forward today. I used to live not too far from Poughkeepsie, and it's kind of nice to see my old stomping grounds again.
Oh, fantastic. You've already started something there. What am I looking at?
Well, I'm starting on the edifice of the house itself, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve because I did see from my third eye, I saw some energies that inhabit the place, and some good energy, some strange energy, some fun energy, but altogether, I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah, and your skyline looks like it's sunset in the clouds. Is that what I'm seeing?
It is sunset in the clouds because the thing that I love about Poughkeepsie is that it has a witch district. So that is, witchcraft is always better in the evening when the sun is setting there at the twilight hours.
The twilight hour. This is the first time I learned about this. I didn't know any city had a witchcraft district, but here in Poughkeepsie and Hyde Park area, this is a witchcraft district of all things. And we are in the center of it with the house that we're going to be investigating tonight. The Witchaus in Poughkeepsie, New York. It is spectacular. It was built in 1925. It's a craftsman. Lots of the original woodwork is still intact, and it will be very exciting to go through this place. Of course, joining us also from Key West, Florida, it is coming to us from the very haunted fire station. If I'm not mistaken, it's David L. Sloan. David, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dean?
I'm very good. Good to see you again. Are we still in the fire station or have we moved location?
Yeah, we're at the corporate headquarters for Sloan's Ghost Fort Adventures.
Oh, corporate. I didn't realize you went.
Yeah, I'm a big corporate guy. Can't you tell?
I can now. That's very impressive. I understand you did a lot of research in the background in the history.
Yeah, and I'm concerned about tonight. And it's interesting. I mean, Richard-Lael, as always, he hit on something right away. He said he picked up two different, almost two competing energies. In looking at this, I think the house has so much good stuff going on with it. And I feel like it's almost a safe haven, but all the stuff surrounding it, there's some really dark stuff. Which we'll get into later, but going back to the founding of the town, to the early Dutch settlers and some of the things that they built into the houses, springs around the properties, insane asylums. There's a lot, and I almost feel like tonight's going to be the two competing sides, the good ones and the not so good ones competing to get the most attention. So I'm legitimately concerned for Courtney.
Fantastic. Well, we'll get to that. But you also have some pre-recorded EVPs that were recorded earlier in this place?
Yeah, Donna, the owner of the house, has recorded some incredible EVPs. To get this many from one place is pretty wild. So I previewed some of those, and we'll play those. I think we'll play them to freak Courtney out when she's in the areas where they happened.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible, David, but great. Look forward to hearing to that. And also from Anderson, Indiana, it is our very own haunted doll collector and paranormal investigator. It's Miss Haley Michelle. And how are you? Are you there, Haley? Oh, there you are. We got your audio.
Okay, cool. Yeah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so excited to be here. It's been like forever for me. I think the last time I was on here when I was investigating the Randolph County Asylum.
Oh my!
That's how long it's been.
Oh, that's right. It's been quite a while.
Hello, Courtney. How are you?
That's right. Do you have a doll with us, by the way, Haley?
I am going to bring one of my dolls in a minute. I kind of rushed in here and made it just in time. So don't worry. She'll be appearing soon.
Okay, excellent. We'll come back to you on that. And of course, as always, the bravest woman in paranormal investigation. It is our very own Ghost Bait. She is by herself in this house. It is our very own Courtney Buckley, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I am terrified.
Fantastic. You look terrified. You look actually cold. You seem to be all dressed up in some winter
Here's the
gear.
thing. It's not that I'm cold. It's that I spent all my money on mysterycontrol.com buying Scared and Alone merch.
Oh,
So I have to wear it.
this is right. Our new Scared and Alone merchandise site called the Mystery Control. Let's see some of that stuff. You have a toque, as we say in Canada.
So I got a Scared and Alone beanie.
Yeah.
And then the newly revamped Ghost Bait.
Ghost
shirt.
Bait sweatshirt. Yeah, look at that. That looks good.
And then also this wonderful water bottle.
Oh,
And I have to mention that I'm not entirely alone. I have some four-legged friends to help me investigate.
right.
Yeah, so.
Right, because we know that this house has, I believe, the resident to 8 cats, 3 dogs, some feral cats outside that are also fed. It is quite a menagerie, shall we say, of
Well,
four-legged
and animals are pretty sensitive, so hopefully they'll help me on my investigation tonight. So
right.
we'll have to see what they think about it.
Right, because also in the other room is the owner of the Witchaus. It's Donna Parrish-Biscoff, who will be joining us from time to time to help us with any historical details or phenomena that we may find. So again, everybody who is listening or in the sound of my voice, please start recording and join us in this live investigation, because there's many EVPs that have happened here and may happen tonight. So you are presently, Courtney, in what's known as the murder room.
Yeah.
Tell
So we
us
take a look around?
your surroundings. Yeah, let's just get us.
Yeah, let's take a peek. I'm gonna say that the decor in here is 100% my vibe. I appreciate it a lot.
Okay.
It's all Halloween themed.
Oh,
So
right. There's a fireplace. There's many objects on the mantle.
yeah, all Halloween.
Yeah.
We have a Halloween cabinet over here. All kinds of fun stuff in it.
That's neat.
Oh my
It
God.
is very neat. Some beautiful woodwork.
Can you knock on that wood, see if any of it is hollow?
Sure.
Knock 3 times.
On the ceiling, if you want me.
Exactly. Yes.
And the reason I'm asking is Poughkeepsie, the earliest settlers were Dutch, and they had these beliefs. I mean, they were worried about nature spirits and other type of spirits. And in a lot of the houses in the Hudson Valley River area, they built things into their walls to protect them from spirits. They'd take bottles that they'd fill with urine, with hair, with bent nails, things to let spirits that tried to come into the house know that they weren't welcome there, and things to make them think things were broken. I mean, it's some crazy superstitions around there. And I'm wondering if this house doesn't have some of that built into it.
Okay,
Well, let's hope that I'm not scared enough later to fill my Scared and Alone water bottle with urine and leave it in the wall. So.
Right, you just got that from Mystery
I
Control.
really just can't order another one.
And put it in there. I have never heard of early Dutch settlers scaring off spirits with urine bottles.
They'd put toenail clippings in there, they put hair, and they'd bend the nails, because this way, if the spirits came in, they'd think everything was broken and they get caught, or they'd latch on to the other stuff that was already separated from the body, and it would trick them and kind of trap them and stop them from coming any further. One of the places where they're finding a lot of these artifacts. You know, they were built into the foundations. It's when they do demolitions and renovations by the chimneys. I mean, the chimneys were notorious for this because they thought that spirits could come in through the open chimney. So they'd load that area with stuff. I'm really curious to see if this house has a chimney.
It does. I have, spoiler alert, already have gone through this place for our other show, This Old Haunted House, and have seen a lot of it in the daylight. So I will be able to help you with some of the industrial, the formation, the foundation, and some of the other mechanicals in this house as the evening goes on. So, well, let's begin. Courtney, you are there. What, you have your K2 meter. What are we feeling? Oh, it's already peaking. Okay. It seems
yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it feels like very homey in here.
Yeah.
I did feel like when I was walking over there earlier, after I knocked on the wood, as I was like standing there, I went to like move my foot, and I thought one of the dogs was near me because I moved my foot and I felt some like resistance, and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna step on the dog, and I looked down and there was nothing there. But it definitely feels like
you have a recording device with you as well, right? And you're now recording everything that's going on.
Yep, I've been recording. I have Donna's recorders, so they've been recording since we started.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring one with me upstairs when we go, and I'm gonna leave one somewhere, I think in the hallway, and bring one with me wherever we go.
Okay. So if there's, I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on bottles of urine in the walls.
We're getting full. We're getting orange and red on the K2.
Oh my gosh! As soon as I said bottles of urine in the wall, would this talk me through it again, Dave? This is supposed to stop the spirits, or is it attracting them?
Spirits, you know, because they'd come in. The beliefs were that they'd come in to try to get humans and try to get their souls. So they'd take parts of humans and put them at the first place the spirits would come in, thinking that the fingernails would attract them, the human hair. And then, you know, with the urine, I don't know what their idea was. We've got a lot of the regulars back. Penny's here, Jennifer, Sevda saying witches bottles. And somebody else commented that they're common in Europe. So it was brought over, you know, with the early Dutch settlers. And, you know, you have to wonder not only what's inside this house, but with all the nature spirits that they were concerned about. You know, they're fairy tales, you know, they call them fairies, but fairies to them weren't just like little children's stories. They were spirits. I mean, they were elementals. They were dark entities. They took on a lot of different roles. So you wonder what's buried in the surrounding areas, in the wooded areas behind the house, when you go back hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
What's
the surrounding district around this house, I believe there's a church across the street that also seems to indicate there's a crematorium behind the church that has been there, and yet it doesn't seem to be functioning as a crematorium anymore. Maybe there's somebody living there. It's the whole witch district of this neighborhood. I find alarming.
I find it exciting
too, Dean.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, who do you have? Haley, you brought with us.
Yes, this is Harmony. She's my new doll. You guys haven't seen her yet since I haven't been on for a while.
Right.
She was sent to me by one of my fans in North Carolina, and she works at a Goodwill. And she said this doll has been there, and the lady who dropped her off said she was haunted, and everyone's like, she's crazy. That's a crazy lady. And then they started experiencing paranormal activity from Harmony, and she's like, I know who to send this doll to. So now I have her.
Oh, have you experienced any paranormal? Did Harmony do anything?
She moved on me, and I heard her sing, like humming. So that's why I feel like that she was named Harmony.
Ah.
Yeah.
She's harmonizing.
Right. And I do have something for Courtney.
Oh no.
Hey,
Oh.
Courtney, do you remember the last time that I was scared and alone and you brought up the nice little 8-ball? Well, I got my own now and it's pink.
Wow.
Amazing.
This is just for you. I bought this seriously just for you.
That's right.
Well, Haley, I'm honored. I love
it. Okay, good.
Because one time, Haley, you were in Courtney's position, being terrified, and I think Courtney made you do whatever the 8-ball said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she made me sit in a cell and lay on a gurney and like go in the creepy attic and stuff. So I'm just gonna remember that.
Okay. Revenge is best served cold, I guess. Fantastic.
Richard-Lael, I remember all the times you had me touch dolls. So.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, there are dolls in that room you're sitting in right now. Isn't that right, Courtney?
Oh, Courtney. Let's ask the ball.
That's the ball.
Guys, I saw a ghost.
It said totally, girl. Oh.
What? No, that is an actual figurine. What is that?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was behind you. You touched it. Good job.
Okay. Excellent. Well, why don't we what?
Oh.
So as soon as you touch the doll, you are now activating something.
It's almost like it feels like things are coming in and out, kind of like checking me out and moving back away and checking me out and moving back away.
And this is the thought, this house is actually a portal with numerous, not necessarily, look at entities coming through who didn't necessarily live there, but are using that house as a gateway, a revolving door, as it were.
Oh, you're in trouble. Is Courtney in trouble?
Yeah, what is Haley? What does the 8-ball say?
That's right.
Oh my god!
Yay! This is fun. Maybe you should.
See why I did it now?
I think you should put that, on that doll thing, whatever that thing is.
The ghost?
Oh, that's a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah,
We can't even really hardly tell what it is.
yeah. No.
Go touch that thingy. Go touch that ghost. It liked it when you touched it, though.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh my gosh.
That's disappointing,
so
Courtney.
Okay. David, some guidance. Where should we focus our energy at the moment?
There's so much happening. I'm not familiar with the layout of the house. Is there a chimney around there? I mean, what's near you in the room where you are? Do you know why it's called?
There is a fireplace. There's a fireplace directly behind Courtney, if I'm not mistaken.
This is like a gas fireplace, I think. I'm not really sure.
If you can go over by the fireplace, that would be the place that spirits would look to come in. And I think you need to be really careful. And I think it's great that Haley is doing the 8-ball because I think with the fun, with the laughter, that's going to attract more of the good spirits that are around there. And we've had some of the playful EVPs.
Right.
Be really careful when you go to certain places that you're not drawing in the dark forces, because I think they're active around there. I think they're waiting for you.
Great.
I wonder if they
Love
know
that
the
for me.
fact that I'm a witch myself. If they can feel that.
So am I.
Okay, yeah. So that's perfect.
Right. We're
Bring
all
them
in
out.
there.
I wonder if that's partially why I feel at home here.
Yeah,
Oh.
you felt homey right there. Yeah.
You're back in the Witchcraft district of Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking to Courtney a little bit earlier. Just we were talking about some EVP stuff, and she was outside and got hit with some really hard stuff, and it stopped for her sense. But I've been getting hit at my house.
What?
And now, and here's the weird thing that's happening now. I'm watching all of you, and I can see all of you moving, but Courtney's screen is frozen for me. I see movement with everybody, but Courtney's just frozen out. It's almost like they don't want me to direct her anywhere.
Wow. You can't see her look around, and you can't see the meter.
She's frozen in one place in front of the ghost. Everybody else I see moving around. I mean that ceramic ghost in the back, but there's no movement from her. She's
and
just
you see me waving, but you don't see Courtney waving.
Yeah. A few people say she's frozen. Witch from the north, frozen. Hollywood's. So I almost think, and I see Witch from the north. I think I'm curious if maybe it's something that's in the house that doesn't want certain people to see her or to hear her.
So I'm allowed to see her.
It could be technical, but it's just weird because I've seen the technical glitches that can happen before, and this is different than the ones that I've seen.
I mean, I burnt out my graphics card doing one of these shows, so it's not outside the realm of possibility. My robot vacuum still goes off on weird times ever since that episode 2 months ago. So this is not, we
lost Courtney.
And now we lost Courtney. Oh, everybody had her frozen, and now she's lost. Richard-Lael, is she frozen too?
There she is. Uh-oh, something happened. Her mouth's open.
Well,
I was just removed from the stream somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know
we
if
were
that was
worried
a
about you.
choice or if that was
Nope.
something else.
It was all them.
Witch from the north just said the house has its shields up, its energy shields. So people are picking up on the house is trying to stop you from communicating some of the stuff.
Wow. Okay.
I'm starting to feel not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go by the fireplace? I mean, I can see you now. You're moving with me now. Can you go by the fireplace?
So this one?
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you?
That's not connected to a chimney. I don't know if that's connected. Let me look in the living room. Hold on.
Yeah. Because I think that was originally the only heating in the house was the fireplace.
Yeah, that's it right there.
And is there
Is there a chimney there?
I mean, unless it's in the wall, it could be in the wall. I don't see it.
It could be in the wall. I believe it goes down all the way to the basement. There is a brick square chimney but I'm without having the blueprints in front of me, I don't know if it's actually connected to that fireplace.
And I just looked in the living room and I didn't see anything.
Can you knock on the wall behind, like where you think the chimney would be, and say if there's anybody back there, ask them to come down and show themselves?
All right. If there's anyone back here, come down and show yourself.
Ask them to knock back. I heard a voice too. Ask them
heard
to
a
knock.
voice too.
Can you knock back?
What? David, are you playing EVPs?
No, I heard that too, though.
You heard that, right?
Let's let it talk for a second.
I got really dizzy out of nowhere.
I'm hearing that through my speakers. It's not clear, but
What the heck is that?
who's playing that?
Not me.
Yeah. What? Who's doing that?
It's a man.
Is it feedback from me though?
No, it's a.
I hear somebody.
I hear somebody too. It's a male voice. It's what? Okay, is everybody recording this?
I feel like I have to whisper
really
now.
lightheaded.
I got
Courtney,
dizzy. Remember
Courtney,
I said I got dizzy.
Ask some questions, Courtney.
All right. Whoever is here with us, my
Yep,
name is Courtney. We want to talk to you. Can you tell us your name?
That was a reverb coming back a little bit.
Right.
Before that, it was different.
It was different. Okay. Were there any male witches here, David? That's a great question somebody asked.
Yeah, I mean, there would have been. I mean, yeah, the person who started the Witchcraft district was actually a male witch. I don't have his name handy right now, but he was a really incredible guy, and he's the one who lured a lot of witches. Not lured. He's the one who brought a lot of witches to the area. He had an incredible house there. It actually burned. It's some really fascinating stuff. And I think they were all tapping into the earlier beliefs, though, because with what the Dutch brought, that was a version of witchcraft. And, people look at witchcraft in a certain way, and it's misunderstood to a large degree.
Right.
Every time you said witchcraft, I heard tapping.
Okay. Now I'm not hearing anything. Before I was hearing that.
That was so crazy.
That was crazy.
Now, here's what's interesting. There's some recorders running there to try to capture more EVPs. And with what it sounded like to me was like those recorders were being manipulated and we were getting real time of them picking up some things. So I don't know which recorders Donna's running, but I almost feel like it was capturing real time EVPs.
Wow.
I have them both right here. They've been running for 25 minutes.
I can't wait to hear this.
Okay. Well, why don't we head up to where the most activity, since we have some, we head upstairs to the hallway where most of the EVPs in this house have been recorded, since we already have activity going on.
All right. I'm going to head up. If you guys can take me off screen so that I don't trip and fall and hurt myself.
Sure. Let's go to Richard-Lael and check out his painting. Richard-Lael, how are you?
Hi, doing well. I'm super excited for this. I too heard all of the thumping and the bumping and the voices, absolutely. So, and I feel like that we're about to embark on quite a journey.
Yes.
There's Native American. Even the name Poughkeepsie is a Native American word. I don't know what it means, but I know that it's Native American, and so there's a lot of Native energy there.
Right.
It's quite a juxtaposition, this place.
And when you lived in that neighborhood, were you experiencing all of this kind of thing?
Well, I wasn't quite in the neighborhood. I was about 30 minutes east of there. But I always experience strange things. I am one prone, I suppose, to experiencing things that others may not.
Right. Well, that's why you're here, Richard-Lael. That's exactly why we depend on you for your visual, spectral Bob Ross skills.
Thank you.
You bet. Haley, let's talk to you for a second.
Yes, I would love to talk.
What is Harmony feeling?
We are feeling like I don't know. I got dizzy out of nowhere, and then I felt like she was almost like hot to touch. Like I wanted to put her down. I don't know. I've never felt like that with a doll ever. It literally felt like I put her on the stove for a minute, and I could feel the heat coming from her. It was so weird. And then that's when those voices started happening. And seriously, it was unrecognizable voice. It was not any of us. And it was seriously whispering to us, telling us something. Like I felt not good from that voice.
Oh,
I know what your doll's feeling. I don't want to talk about it yet because I don't want to empower those spirits. But with you talking about it heating up, there was something that happened. This house is on Violet Street because they used to grow violets all around there. But there were some really dark chapters for all the residents of Violet Street. So at some point, I'm going to talk to you about what happened in 1903, and it'll make sense why Harmony is feeling the heat. And I'm not surprised if people watching this, if some of them are getting headaches that they don't normally get, if they're getting things.
What about feeling dizzy?
Stomach things, feeling dizzy. All of that will make sense if you're feeling it. Okay. And and I mean, and remember the breathing, like Richard-Lael always leads us through some great breathing.
Breaths,
if anybody starts feeling bad, do that to kind of push it away. Say, Tiffany's still saying, her head's hurting. A few people can get it.
Yeah. Okay, so we are in the midst of it. Like always, every episode is a personal journey for each and every one of us. And yet here we go again. So if Courtney is in the hallway, I think we just got a message that perhaps some of the four-legged friends are making it a little difficult in the hallway, and she's heading up to the attic already.
Yay, ha. That's
Whoa,
what she gets.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So the attic itself is spectacular. It is insulated. You see the chimneys in the center. So we have the visual cue right in the center of the entire single room attic is the chimney that we were talking about. And this is a 1925 craftsman's house. So it is glorious, a lot of original details, not a lot of updated renovations going on. And Courtney, tell us where you are specifically.
All right, so I'm sitting, sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm right next to the chimney.
Yeah.
I'm up in the attic. I think I got friends with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm right at the top of the stairs. Those are the stairs right there.
Yeah, with the guardrail hastily put. Oh my God.
And it is very spooky up here. I'll tell you, when I came for a walkthrough earlier, it was the daytime and the house felt very, very quiet until I got up here, and I had to sit down when I got up here because it felt like I had found everybody.
What?
And like, this is where they were all hiding.
Oh. And did I just hear another voice, or was that a feedback?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, that was just me then. Okay. David, talk us
But Haley,
through...
I have a friend for you up here.
What?
Ooh.
Oh.
I like her.
Hey, do you recognize
That's
that?
cute.
What is that?
It's a little creepy, but I like it.
We also have, oh boy.
Wow.
Donna left a Ouija board for me up here.
Ooh.
Oh, you know how I feel about Ouija boards, but
How do you feel about Ouija boards, Dean?
I'm terrified of them. What do you think?
I mean, what are they? They're not so bad.
They're a portal. You're already in a portal.
You're feeling pretty
and you have
brave
a thing that's
today.
a portal.
That's because, Haley, that's because the lights are on.
Okay. So maybe
So the
should we
minute
turn
the
off
lights
the
turn
lights
off, I'm going to be crying.
Courtney, we normally use 2 people for a Ouija board.
Right.
I'd like.
Oh, now we lost David.
Oh my goodness.
That's weird.
And my dog's
Normally-
so hot. That's so weird.
Key West is the one that. So somebody's preventing communication between Courtney and David. That's very odd. David, if you can hear us, we lost your feed. But
Like he said that they don't want him talking to her or guiding her anywhere.
oh my
Remember
God.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And when
now-
I say that, it's going off.
Okay. So what does David know that Courtney shouldn't know, or vice versa?
Gosh.
David, can you hear me? If you can do any wave or anything, we see you on the little window, but you are frozen, much
It's
like
I feel like it's mocking him almost. Like that's going so red and like ha ha ha. Like that's how I feel. Like it's
Well-
they think it's funny.
So when I was here earlier,
now it's
when I was here earlier and I was in the garage, I definitely felt a presence when I was in there. And I didn't really, it felt very powerful and strong. And then when I left, I started to get overcome with like these feelings of like, I don't want to say anger. It wasn't really anger, but it was like, I was being very forceful for no reason about things that didn't
Like if
require
you-
that kind of
If
attention.
you shove someone on the ground, you'd laugh about it, like that type of feeling.
Kind of like that, right? Like, but also just very reactive to things. And I'm not
Right.
normally that way, and I didn't feel like that was me. And so I actually talked to David about it, and we discussed like, because I was gonna go back when I got here earlier and go into the garage because the Wi-Fi doesn't reach out to the garage, but I was gonna go out to the garage and do an EVP session before we started. And so I called David so that I could tell him about what happened. And you know, I go into these blind, so I don't really know a lot of the history, but see if I could get his opinion on what questions to ask and see who I could connect with, like who this was connecting or who this might have been. And I started to feel better after a little bit. And then David started to feel it.
You're
So
kidding.
it's like it jumped from me to David.
Well, we just got a note from the producer that David's computer just sparked and completely shut down. So whatever's going on has basically cut him right out of this show.
There he is.
He's back.
Oh my God.
David, what the hell just happened?
I started talking about the Ouija board and I was going to give her instructions.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, guys.
I've got a fairly new MacBook Air.
Yeah.
The screen crackled, sparks shot out from the sides, and it shut down.
What? Like sparks, like electrical.
Sparks shut out. There's nowhere. It's not possible for that to happen.
You know what? Like my haunted doll being hot.
Case. There's no place for sparks to shoot out of it.
Was it plugged in? Did you have like the battery charger, or were you just running on
but
battery?
that still should never happen.
No, I mean the screen fizzled away and shot out pink that went out beyond the perimeter of the screen and shot actual sparks and crackled.
Okay, that's crazy.
And David, right after you cut out the EMF reader was going, the K2 was like all the way up to red.
It was.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm kind of freaked.
Yeah, we all are.
I mean, it's cool.
But crazy.
Let's go back to the Ouija board. Are you still up there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, so I want you to go back to the Ouija board, and I want
everybody froze for me when you started talking about the Ouija board.
It does not want you to do it.
I want to do a little experiment. I don't want to let these ones be more powerful than us and win.
Right.
Okay. So
Okay.
listen, we're in charge here.
Yep.
We're not letting them. They can do all they want to try to mess with us and to stop us. But I want you to go over to the Ouija board, and I want you to put your one hand on it.
Okay.
And I want you to ask if anybody's there with the last name Rossbach or Rossbach.
Okay. What
Okay,
historical significance
And,
would that
and
be?
listen, with the Ouija boards, I mean, people watching will say, "Oh, she's moving it" or something like that. But those of us who know, you won't do that.
Nope.
And even if you get nothing, okay. But just try putting your hand on there. Maybe even close your eyes so you don't know where everything is on the board, and say, "Is your name Rossbach?"
Right.
Because
And
I think
You know what?
I think these are some of the protectors. I think the Rossbachs will be there to help you. These were the people who built the house.
Right.
And their family goes back even further than that.
Right.
In different variations.
Isn't one of the rules of the Ouija board is to never play alone? I'm just wondering. I can't remember.
I'm not alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're here. We're right here.
We'll go with that. We'll just say that.
I'm trying to figure out a way that you guys can still see this and I can get because this is going nuts.
Yeah. So I want you to be able to get to the yes and the no. So maybe if you put that a little bit lower.
Or by the number.
Goodbye.
If it wants to say goodbye, you can put it right over goodbye. And if it wants to say goodbye, it can knock. Okay.
Someone just blew on the back of my neck.
Yeah. Ask if it's a Rossbach. Put your hand on it. Ask if it's a Rossbach.
Oh my God.
It's nothing good, Courtney.
Things are touching me.
Something's touching my leg here. It's nothing good.
That's my wrist and the back of my head.
Let's get the good help here. Let's make sure we got the good ones.
All right. Is there anyone here named Rossbach?
Okay.
Ask if Esther's there.
Esther, are you here?
This would have been Gustav Rossbach's wife, who actually died in the house.
Yeah, she died in the house. She was Esther Yates Rossbach. The Yates were a big family around there too. Lots of violet farmers. Not violent.
Something just knocked on the table.
L.
That was a K.
It was?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
moving this.
Ask if Augustus is there.
Is Augustus here?
Augustus Gloop.
Augustus Roxback?
Augustus was, from what I can tell, the original owner of one of the first owners of the property before the house was even built there. When he passed away, he left the property to Gustav. The SPCA bought a lot of the property too. And, so I think there's a lot of animal energy that's associated with the property. It was apparently a huge farm. The violet business was huge at one time there.
Oh my gosh.
And it was
Somebody
all
say,
violet.
whenever you do, Courtney, do not lift your hand off the planchette.
Oh God. Why?
Well, no explanation. Just don't do it because everybody's, even Donna's saying they're definitely with you right now.
They're touching me. I can feel them touching me on the back of my head.
Okay. Donna, thank you for joining us. We see you now.
Yes. When they said she's touching the back of the head, they went to yes, right?
Yeah. And I can feel someone tapping on the table.
I felt like I could hear that.
And it's directly on the table. Like almost like from underneath.
Someone's under there?
That table, if you notice, there's tape that I put markers because that table gets dragged around. So I put the markers there to see how far it moves.
Oh my God. I moved the Ouija board from that table to the other little one. It's the lighter one. And It literally feels like someone's tapping on it from underneath.
Like that sound, whatever that was.
What was that?
I don't know. I heard tapping or something.
I heard kind of a tap.
Ask it 1 tap for yes, 2 taps for no, and ask it some questions.
Great.
Okay. Whoever's here with me. Are you joking?
What?
Did you guys just hear that?
I kind of did behind you.
2 taps.
I'm hearing it.
Okay, whoever's here with me. Oh my God.
There was a really loud tap in my room.
Really?
I swear
Haley,
to God.
you just
oh my
almost
God.
made me make a witch bottle.
Haley, I didn't hear it here. So is it in your room right now, Haley?
I was getting touched on my right side of my leg earlier when she was touching all that and everything like that. And then I just heard a big old bang in my room right in front of me.
Oh, okay. So it didn't come through your speakers. It came.
No, it came. It's in here. It's in here.
Oh, okay.
So
let's see if we can find out who it is.
That's just nice.
All right, Courtney, can you ask them to give the first letter of their name, just to move the planchette to the first letter of their name?
Okay, whoever's here with me, can you move the planchette to the first letter of your name? All right, guys, my eyes are closed.
Okay.
I know you can't see me, but my eyes are closed.
Right. And your K2 is reacting.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a tap.
I did too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're touching the back of my back.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if they're touching it when you were just there. Wait. Okay, so I see it right there. Let me see if I've got any S names.
Right.
Was that anybody?
No, I didn't do that. I heard that though.
That
Donna,
wasn't up here.
Donna, do you know any S names?
Donna, is there anybody who would possibly start with the letter S as an entity or
First name?
historical? First name. Yeah, we asked for first name.
I personally know anyone that doesn't come to mind.
You know what this might be? The S might be making the NOS sound. NOS was one of the families that suffered some deaths in 1903 when that incident happened.
How do you...
Are you over the G?
This is an F right now. It's
in
S,
between. S-E.
No, it's right on the F. You guys are at an angle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's at the
Well,
F.
Something I'm going to throw out there.
Okay.
I'm wondering if it's not hearing my voice and moving to where I see.
Oh.
And I could be completely wrong about that.
Blocking communication again?
I want to play one of the EVPs.
Oh, God.
That Donna got, and she got some really incredible EVPs. Give me a
All right.
second.
Before you play that, I'm going to say goodbye on the Ouija board and then put it off to the side so I can fix the camera.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. We're not playing this game anymore.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I know.
Goodbye.
That was really tense, frankly. So
I was very, very afraid to open my eyes back up because I felt like someone was going to be like,
right in your face.
So one of the ones that and I'm sorry I can't see you guys right now. I'm sorry if I'm cutting anybody off. One of the EVPs that Donna's gotten twice, it's a voice saying Harry. So we think there's a Harry there, and that's why I was asking if that was an H, and I don't know if it was or not, but I'm going to try playing this, see if you can hear it.
Okay.
That's the female voice saying Harry.
I hear that.
Can you hear that?
God.
Yeah.
Wait, can you do it again?
Yeah, here we go.
It sounds like Haley to me. Listen to it. Listen. Listen. Haley.
Now, we've got another one, and give me a second because after my computer blew up, I lost everything that I had pulled up there.
Oh my gosh.
It
does sound like Haley.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, and here's supposed to be a male voice saying Harry or Haley. Could you hear that one more time? Hang on, starting now.
I can't hear that.
We're not hearing it. It's not coming through any of our speakers.
Let me try one more time.
What?
Kinda.
One more time.
Oh.
Yeah, so that one's pretty slight.
Now I'm hearing feedback from somebody. Is that just my speakers? Is anybody else hearing a voice coming through?
I was hearing David's voice. Echo.
Echo?
Yeah.
Is Donna still with us?
Donna, are you there still?
Can you hear me?
Donna, now we can hear you. Yeah.
I'm curious. Which is one of the better EVPs from the attic. I think some slamming noises up there, maybe.
Yeah. Do you have the one with the music box?
Yep. Hang on a second here.
And to be clear, Donna, you recorded these earlier or throughout your time in the house since you bought it in 2018. Is that right?
Yeah, I have files and files, and the music box one you're going to hear was about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, recent.
All right, I've got that one pulled. And here I'm going to play it starting now. It's about 13 seconds. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a music box in the house, Donna?
No, I don't.
So that music just played randomly
up there.
Up there.
And that's that old time fashion sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's singing now?
What was that?
Sorry, that was me humming. I was wanting to keep you on your toes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That
you
freaked
did.
everybody out.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just almost lost consciousness, Haley.
I know. This is worse than the 8
I
ball. Just
cannot.
allowed.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. Haley,
I hope
little
anybody saw my
pre-warning,
face.
I'm
I was like,
humming or something so we don't all just
You
lose
guys,
it.
I was literally going,
Yeah.
they
How
like
do you
it.
not see me do that? It likes my singing, okay? So just let it
I
be.
think they like the laughing.
Oh yeah.
Right? You got to keep some positive energy, as David pointed out at the beginning of the show.
Well, and that's what I love about this show too. When it's one of us, we're all happy to admit that it's us doing it, and it's not a ghost.
Exactly.
It's not always a ghost. If it's a ghost, if something happens every time, then it's not ghost hunting. It's magic.
Right. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Guys,
Courtney.
I think that thing said my name. And not to mention my leg was touched and that big bang in here. And there's tapping coming from my room. I swear. I think it says Haley instead of Harry. Maybe I wanted to say Haley in a way, but I'm hearing Haley.
I'm hearing, well, I heard it as soon as you said it, I heard Haley too, but
yeah, but we could trick our minds, I guess. But
yeah. Okay.
It probably said Haley.
Well, why don't we carry on? Should we try get back down to the hallway and see if the four-legged friends don't interrupt the audio, or do you think that's impossible, Courtney?
I think that they don't appreciate when I move around, which is why they were in.
What were they,
I think there's so much activity in there. I don't want you to leave yet. There's someone in there wants to talk to you. A couple people, actually.
Oh.
That's what I
Should I
feel.
turn the light off?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I'm not even going to ask the ball. We should just
Ask
turn the light
ball,
on.
I'm only going to do it if the ball says yes.
Well.
Let's do it, girl.
All right. We did it.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
that's so good. It's a Barbie ball, okay?
Sure.
Listen, I'm here for it.
So let's try communicate with the person who was tapping previously, because we all heard that clearly.
Yeah, so let's try that again. So anyone that's here with me right now, we're going to ask you some questions. If the answer is yes, tap once like this.
Mm-hmm.
And if the answer is no, tap twice like this.
Okay.
Oh,
there was a tap.
I didn't hear a tap. I heard.
I heard like a tap or a thud, but it was probably a man's voice.
All right. Whoever's here with me, are you a man?
It's a man.
Tap once for yes, twice for no.
What was that? Did anybody hear that on their speakers?
Kinda.
I heard it on my speakers, not here.
Okay.
Ask if they're from the asylum.
Whoever's here with me, are you from the asylum?
What was that?
What? Your audio just cut out on me.
Okay. I feel like someone's hand is on the back of my head, inching forward to my temple.
Oh no.
And then there's another hand on my back, almost going towards my armpit.
You need to tell them to stop. Tell them they're not allowed to touch you like that.
Okay, I didn't give anyone in here permission to touch me. So let's get your hands off, please.
Don't touch her that way.
Stop. Don't touch me there.
I got my ear next to the speaker and you start singing out of nowhere, for crying out loud.
If I didn't immediately know that was Richard-Lael's voice, I would have left my body.
I left my body. I didn't expect that.
Oh gosh. You're like reading
you?
my mind, Richard-Lael, for real. Your songs are seriously like, we're reading each other's minds with those.
Simpatico, my darling. Simpatico.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, I'm going to try what's worked before. Anyone who's here, Give us a sign that you're here. Make a sound that we all can hear.
I'm hearing voices.
I'm hearing humming and things rolling around up there.
Yeah.
Penny Edwards says she sees a shadow, but almost an orb on the right side in the far back.
Did you hear that,
Oh, thank
Courtney?
you, Penny.
Did
What?
you hear that, Courtney? There's an orb and something behind you.
Behind you.
I don't want there to be.
Oh, and a flashing. Oh, what was that?
Oh, I could see that.
Oh, that's your thing.
I mean,
It might be the reflection of the K2 going back
Yeah,
at her
I think so.
camera.
oh
It
yeah,
did
up
scare me
there.
for a
Yeah,
minute.
right
Yeah.
here is the reflection of my K2.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm seeing something farther right.
That's
in
what
the
I
upper-
was saying.
It's fade. Right? It might be just your light on the lampshade that was there earlier.
It just got very still up here. All right, we're listening.
Oh,
Oh,
Which,
Courtney.
she's
oh
Courtney.
no.
Oh no.
Oh my
Courtney,
God.
can you hear us? What? We
She's
just
gone.
learned- Donna, you're in the in the kitchen of the house. Can you?
No, I'm
hear
in the
Courtney?
bathroom.
Oh, you're
I'm
in the
actually in the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Oh, that's probably the safest place at this point. Did your Wi-Fi cut out in the place, or you're still transmitting?
Earlier, it totally removed me before. It was weird.
You're
Oh my
back.
God.
And what happened to
And there
you?
she is.
Courtney, what happened?
Like, what was that? You guys were all gone. It said, "Please hold while restoring connection." Like, I was up here alone.
Yeah.
I
this
know that
time.
feeling. I know it,
know.
Courtney.
It's called
Yeah,
scared
you just
and alone
picked up.
for a reason, dear.
I know,
Yeah.
but it wasn't even like you guys were all frozen, and I could at least see you and pretend you were here with me.
Nope.
I know.
You were
I know.
gone,
And we were talking to
Scared.
Donna on the
And
internet.
alone.
She was
and I
still
was sitting very still because I was like, if I move, they're gonna be in my face.
Do you have enough battery power on your camera phone to? Did you charge this before the show?
Oh yeah, and I have a backup battery.
Oh, you do.
That wasn't my battery.
It just cut out for no reason,
Yeah,
or there was a reason.
the connection was lost somehow.
Oh my
Are you
God.
still near?
Well,
Are you still near the Ouija
I
board?
had to get a
Yep.
cord from my laptop because my laptop completely drained and I had it plugged in all day. So I popped out, popped down, got a cord. Crazy.
Your battery drained all at once during the show?
Yeah, it was like I looked and it was like it was going to just die and shut the computer off. So I said, I typed a message. I said, I'll be right back. My battery's almost dead.
Oh
So
my
I had
gosh.
to go get the cord. Yeah.
So now that's 4 of us that have had electrical issues. I guess it's just me and Richard-Lael left who are dependent on our computers not frying and for the
Oh,
duration.
wow.
of the
Look
show.
at that painting. That's amazing, Richard-Lael.
Well,
Yes.
thank you. You know what? I wanted to paint. There's a couple of things that I saw. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now.
Yes.
I saw a woman. The first thing that I saw was her aesthetic was kind of old-fashioned, but her heyday is probably the 60s. Now, she did not really dress like a witch, but I do see her reading cards, and she was kind of groovy. I don't know who she is, but sort of bohemian.
I love
Please tell me Jack
60s,
Joplin.
late 60s groovy.
Yeah,
Say
she's
again,
kind of
Donna?
she's a little heavier set than Janis Joplin, though. But she's kind of like when I see her, she's kind of like
She's far out.
she's far out.
Wow.
Yeah, but she's very 1960s, but she has a vintage appeal. Like she loves the 20s and the 30s, and for some reason Betty Boop kept coming to mind.
Oh,
I can
Yeah.
see that
She's
with her.
dressed as a nurse. Is she dressed as a nurse by chance?
She's dressed in a feather boa, but she could well be, that could have been like her alter ego is this
Right.
sort of.
Like the burlesque kind of interesting.
Who's got a
Yeah.
9 o'clock chime going off there? Is
Yeah.
That would be me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Thank you, Richard-Lael. We were
I
all
am on the East Coast. It is 9 o'clock by my,
okay.
and all is well. Do you
I
know
do
where
want
your children are?
I
Yeah.
do want to say those clouds are beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
So
They-
Courtney, why don't we head down to the basement then?
Before we do that, can we try
sorry.
one? Can we try one more thing with the Ouija board?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Because with the basement, I mean, I'm really worried about the basement. So before we go, I want to test one thing out. If you can go to the Ouija board, and I want you to ask if let me get the name here. Are you with the Ouija board?
Let me get it set up. I just heard. What was that? Did anybody hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Was that tapping?
It was like a thump.
Yeah.
I hear it now.
I muted my
Your audio just cut out, Billy.
guys.
I want you to go to the Ouija board, and I want you to ask if anybody knows James Labar.
Oh God.
Okay.
Can you
A little
guys hear me?
context. Yeah, we can hear you now, Haley.
My seat dropped. I have one of those chairs you can pull up. It just dropped down when my thing got muted.
Wait, the hydraulics? You fell? Your chair?
Yes. Yeah. I legit like dropped and had a mini heart attack, like for real, like this. It won't even do it now because I was already up high enough.
You were up high.
I was like this.
Does your doll feel hot? Does your doll feel hot?
Yeah, she has been. That's why I can't I keep moving my hands off of her.
Yeah. Are your hands sweating holding her?
Yeah, I keep rubbing them on my stockings and stuff. Yeah.
Wait till we get to the basement. It's going to get even more intense for you.
Okay. David, give us a little context. Who's the name we're looking for?
We're
Who's
looking for James Labar.
Yeah, who's this guy?
So James Labar was he was the chief exorcist for the state of New York diocese.
Oh.
And he lived in Poughkeepsie, and there was a mental institution very close to where this house is, and he was the chaplain or the priest at this insane asylum for, I think, for a dozen or more years, maybe 20 years. I don't remember the exact number, but having the priest, and he was famous to a degree. He was the one who did the live exorcisms, and he did stuff on Geraldo and things like that back in the day.
Oh.
But he was from Poughkeepsie, and he was stationed in Poughkeepsie at the mental institutions.
Oh.
And you just wonder what type of things he was dealing with there. And I wonder if maybe he didn't try to push some of the things away. Hell, he was probably creating more of the evil than he was getting rid of. But I wonder if some of that wasn't conjured and if some of that might be gathering in the house. And I'd like to make sure that Courtney's okay with that before going downstairs.
Okay.
I just heard a tap behind me.
I heard that too.
Okay.
That?
Is that you?
No, it was in. No, there. I heard something like something dropped on the floor in the room here. It wasn't through my speaker. It was in the room.
I heard that too.
Richard-Lael, did you get this image at all? Have you seen him at all in your visions?
Wow.
Yes, actually, there is someone that I do see that is very similar to him. He wasn't wearing the cleric's uniform when I saw him, but I did see someone with the big glasses. He is one that I see. There's a Native American that I see a lot. There's an elderly couple that I see. There's a lot of energy that comes through this place.
Right. As if it's a portal.
So yeah, Richard-Lael, do you see that as a portal? You see a portal in the house, or is it just a pass-through place?
Is it a pass-through? Well, I think it is. I think it's more of a pass-through than it is. It's a conduit in and of itself. Everything that goes on in the area. Way back in the 1800s, in that area, there was a Japanese religious retreat that was not far from here, 30 minutes away from here. The man who founded it was American, but he was called a heretic because he thought that Jesus was Yeshua, male and female. So there's this big colony of these people who were not far from here. There's a lot of energy in the ground right around that area.
Hold on,
Courtney.
So I posted a video about this earlier today.
Exactly.
I had a dream last night. Richard-Lael, that my friend and I were going to some location. We had to get from the car into the location very fast, or else like whatever it was going to get us. And I looked down, I saw next to it, I saw this thing, and I said out loud in the dream, it's a Japanese mask. And it looked like it was like white with red around its mouth with a giant like sickly smile in it. And we've been like obsessing over a Japanese mask all day today, trying to figure out what it was.
Well, that's why. It's because that area, like I said, it was a little bit closer, a little bit more east is where they had founded, but the mountains were reminiscent of the mountains in Japan. And this cult leader who came in, he was, for all intents and purposes, a cult leader. Not all cults are bad, but he was a cult leader, and it was kind of a sex cult too. He ended up by having intercourse with his parishioners.
Ugh.
But the funniest thing about this fellow is that he had taken in all of this money, had a big house built, and then he had a library, but they were only fake books. There was nothing in them. And then he left. He went to California, and he said, "Well, I need, I have to have these few people with me because the others are not spiritually attuned yet." So the rest of them stayed here, and then one of them actually became the ambassador to Japan.
Wow, that's quite an epic story. I can't. So that's what you were picking up on, Courtney, in your dream?
Well, what's terrifying, Dean, is that there was more to my dream that I didn't feel like was appropriate to post anywhere because it was kind of graphic, but like fully fits into that.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to hear any more of it. Let's go back to this exorcist.
Yeah, I'm freaked out. I'm ready. I'm more less freaked out by the Ouija board right now than I am about the fact that that dream was just corroborated.
Yeah, let's get you downstairs.
Okay.
I don't even ask about the exorcist stuff anymore. Go down to the basement.
Okay.
Listen and do try to protect yourself going down. I know we've talked before, and you've got your guardians. Definitely protect yourself. I don't know if you've already been down there or not. But,
yeah.
I'm aware of some stuff that's down there that I think is a lot of what's happening in this house.
Okay, I'm going to say goodbye on the Ouija board one more time before, because I touched it again. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much. We're done playing that game.
Yeah, James seems like he's bad news, as someone has said. Even that the photo of him seems like he's less interested in exorcism than.
Yeah, and there were those there were those accusations. Hey, that's nothing new.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Let's go back, Richard-Lael. I want to get a closer look at your painting, if we could, while Courtney heads downstairs.
Sure. Well, let me pull it closer to you.
Yeah.
I think it'd be better if I bring it closer this way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, then I'm adjusting. I dropped my brush. Otherwise, I'm adjusting my computer, and that's not fun. So I said, like I said, I have her. She's kind of heavier set. 60s was her heyday, but she's sort of this more burlesque type,
right?
And she's a tarot reader. That's what I got. Is like she's sort of is. Halloween was her favorite, but again, this is 50 years ago, 60 years ago.
Okay. What's she holding in her hand? Is that a staff, or is she walking with
a staff? It was going to be a broom, but then I didn't want to put the broom up there, so it's a staff.
I know the clouds are beautiful. You don't want to eradicate that with a broom. That is fantastic. Now, Donna, you said there's a neighbor who walks around in Victorian clothing that he makes himself and rides a Victorian bicycle. Is that similar to this woman?
Yes. And we recently became Facebook friends because Julia actually, she goes, oh, look, he's on the Witchcraft district. So I got excited because I do interviews on my blog. So I reached out to him and I said, you know, I don't mean to sound strange, but you pass my house every day and, you know, we're just absolutely intrigued. You know, you have the full garb and everything. So in fact, we saw him today just passing down the block, and he always has something new and interesting that he's wearing. So
maybe he's channeling her from 60 years ago.
You never know.
You never know. Fantastic. And
with
go ahead.
With Courtney heading down there, you know, earlier Richard-Lael was talking about the name Poughkeepsie, and if I recall properly, it came from the name Place in the Woods. But the way this evolved, where there were all these springs near Poughkeepsie, and they flowed up and they went down. They created these waterways and these rivers, and the Native Americans came and started camping where these springs came together because there was the fresh water there. And some Dutch boys saw them camping there, and they said the place they camp in the woods, or it was something similar to that. But these springs have always had these powers, and there were all of these springs all over the place there, and this helped to form the area. And we've talked about this on the show before, how water is such a strong conduit for spirits.
Right.
You know, the flowing of the water, the different elements in the water can help to feed them, because we all know that ghosts can't just eat a sandwich to do the things they want. They need something to charge them. And here's the crazy thing. I think Courtney's doing it right now. I don't know if she knows this, but there is a spring, or there's water flowing underneath the house. You can actually see it from the basement, from what I've been told.
I just found it.
Did you?
Also, real quick, I saw that guy that's your neighbor on my drive here. And I almost crashed the car because I thought it was a ghost.
You're like, do you see that?
He was in
real
full,
or not?
he was like fully like Victorian, like top hat cane, and he crossed the street in front of me, and I was like,
why is it so funny when you're scared? Like, I can't.
It's just that
all I know is that he and I need to be friends. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. You two, if there's anyone you should ever meet, it's that guy.
We'll be
So-
All right,
friends.
so
You're in the basement, Courtney. Tell us, give us a little. What are we looking at right
is that what
there?
you're talking about?
Yeah, I believe that's a piece of wood over a hole that goes down to a stream, perhaps that runs
She's
under the house.
frozen on me. Is it possible? I can't see what Courtney's doing, but can you see the water? Can you touch the water?
Can you move that piece of wood and touch the water? Asked David.
No, I can't see the water. I think it's down too far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you climb down in there until you can get a drink of the water?
No, David. I am not climbing in a hole.
Listen, but the reason that I brought this up, in 1903, there was a typhoid fever outbreak
Oh God.
Oh,
on Violet Avenue.
Oh, God.
Let's see here. I don't know if you can read that headline there, but typhoid fever epidemic,
oh my gosh.
and it got many people sick.
Oh, wow.
So typhoid fever, a lot of us hear about it now. We mainly hear about typhoid Mary.
Right.
With typhoid, it comes from unsanitary conditions. You know, people not washing their hands after going to the bathroom, wells getting polluted with human products.
Right.
People drink, they get sick. Now, some of the symptoms people have been talking about in the chat room, some of the things Haley's doll has been feeling, the fever that comes with it, the nausea, the headaches, the stomach problems. So you go back to 1903 when this happened, and a lot of times it would kill you. And when they were trying to find out what it was, they didn't know everything that caused it. This article, it talks about how there were a lot of dead horses piled up on one of the fields nearby, and that they thought that all of the dead horses stacked up there might be causing this. Other people thought that it was from a pest barn. And what a pest barn is when people were sick with tuberculosis or with typhoid or any of the diseases of the time, then they'd quarantine them against
In
their
art?
will.
Oh no.
They'd quarantine them against their will in a pest house. And one of the pest houses that was part of the nearby mental hospital, they reclaimed that wood and they made housing for some workers who were working on the violet farms. And they said, well, maybe it's the wood from the pest house that's getting everybody sick.
Oh,
And
no.
they didn't know. And so when you have all of Violet Avenue getting sick, and you know, back then, 1 in 10 people who contracted typhoid would die. So it was pretty much like a game of Russian roulette. And what we really suspect happened, the mental hospital nearby, they were getting reservoir water or river water, and they weren't filtering it. This is before the filtration. And so people were drinking it. And somebody from the hospital probably didn't have the best conditions, and they contaminated the water. More people started drinking it and started getting sick. They infected neighboring wells, and then everybody's dying. So with the water that's in that house, that could be one of the wells that was a piece of concern where they thought this was happening. That whole area was suffering
from typhoid, from contaminated water. So
can I say something real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, Donna?
There was a male voice that came through when you were talking about it, and it said they will all die. That's what I heard. It sounded like at the beginning when we were hearing that little voice, the man's voice. I heard it again. He said they will all die.
Who's they? All of us on the show?
No. The people who
Dean,
had the fever.
Jumping.
What?
Not us. The people who died from that sickness that he was just talking about.
Oh, the typhoid.
Yeah.
They're all gonna die.
They all died. Yeah.
This hasn't moved since I've been down here, and as soon as Dean said "who all of us," it started jumping.
All right. Well, that was a good show, guys.
I rather have my computer blow up, frankly, than all
Dean,
of us.
look.
I know. Don't even make me look at it. I can't even look at it.
Is it us?
Don't make you look at it. I'm in the basement.
Okay. Tell us what would describe the basement for us, Courtney, because so far only.
Is it gonna kill me? I don't know. It's a mystery.
Is it gonna kill all of us?
All of us one by one.
Hey.
Is this the final destination basement?
Oh God.
Okay. Anyway, so I came down these stairs over here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then oh my God. Okay, I keep hearing sounds from over here.
Oh.
This again is the chimney area.
The chimney, right?
And right at the base of the chimney, I don't know, David, if you can see it now, if I'm unfrozen for you, but
you're frozen for me.
Still?
Amy says she's
so
picking
weird.
Sadness. Yep.
Now the original chimney is where my TV is, but it's blocked off.
oh right, so it's in the wall.
Okay, Donna. So your TV is where the chimney is, and
But
that.
then
Right.
Okay.
It was right where like my TV is, but they blocked, like by the time we got the house, it was long gone. You can see the chimney from the top of the house, but it's not
and in
focused.
the attic. Okay.
so there's something else down here that I specifically thought David would be excited about.
The mannequin behind you.
Okay. The mannequin. What? What
And
is
Donna
it?
remembered. I said, huh?
Is it a dead clown?
David.
That sounds fun.
David, what are you doing? Are you
David's
insane?
like switching me spots. He's like being a Haley right now to you.
I
I'm being
know.
so nice.
Oh, what is that?
The doorway to hell.
Oh my gosh.
Haley.
Oh my God. Is this the creepy confessional?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to see.
Oh
There's
man.
a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold.
Listen, well, every time you start singing, it freaks me out.
Stairway.
Okay, this is gone out of control. Okay, this is some sort of tiny room, a root cellar kind of thing. Is it cold in there?
It's freezing in there.
Okay.
Donna,
Well,
what
why don't
happens in there? Why is it the creepy confessional?
Well, the door, especially, it looks like a door. Like, I'm a recovering Catholic, I haven't been Catholic since 1983, but I do remember, the confessional doors, and they had that
Right, with
screen
the
on it.
screen.
And
So-
that was the first thing when I went down to the basement when we looked at the house, and I froze. I was having like a panic attack. So when I'm down there doing laundry, I have a table up, I have things covering it. I won't go in there. I just won't.
Okay.
Courtney, will you go in and can you turn off the light and go in?
She already knew what was coming.
I did. Donna, did I say it?
Like, look,
You said
that
it.
Earlier
room where
today?
the movie Carrie, when she gets shut in there by her mom.
Yes.
That kind of
Haley?
reminds me of that. Yeah.
Haley,
What?
I'm going to tell you right now that I almost did not step foot in here because 2 minutes ago I was like, this door is going to slam shut in front of me.
Did it?
Does the door lock?
Yes.
No.
On the outside.
Got a
There's
slide
like
lock.
there's a little like latch thing.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's on the other side. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Okay, have a seat on that
Oh,
chair.
God.
Start confessing.
I got nothing to confess.
Okay, we just asked.
Lie.
Your dream the other night, Courtney, has
I didn't take any part in what was happening.
Oh, no.
I just
I don't
Uh-oh.
know.
witnessed some
Maybe
things.
it's
We don't know about you.
Haley.
Oh.
All right.
I'm starting to have a freak out headache here. Okay.
I've had a headache literally since we started, off and on.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're here. Haley, why don't we go with you? What questions should we ask? What is Harmony saying?
Oh my gosh, I had to put her down because she was burning my hands still.
Oh, you're kidding.
Like, oh my gosh, it felt like my hands were on fire. But I feel better now, except for the fact that my whole right side of my body hurts really bad. Like my right leg feels very sore. Like I just don't feel good on the right side of my body. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Man, but a question. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This is going to just sound okay. I want to know if that spirit box said my name. I know that's not like a confession or anything, but I can't get it out of my mind.
Okay, good question. The
That's such
EVP
a
that
good
we
question.
heard. Whose name did the EVP call out Haley specifically?
Okay. On the EVP that we all heard earlier, we played it back for you. We heard your voice. Did you say Haley's name?
What was that?
That was like a woman's voice.
Yeah, little. I heard.
I didn't hear it.
Did you hear
It
it, David?
sounded-
I heard a little clip, and
I
I was
heard
trying
it.
to pull up. I was trying to pull up the EVP Haley's talking about, but I hadn't played it yet.
It
Right.
sounded like a moan or a cry or
Yeah,
pout.
yeah, like a yelp almost, a whelp.
Woman's voice. Everyone's saying woman's voice. I heard Haley.
I have like a blinding headache all of a sudden.
Me
Oh,
too.
no.
It's
Yeah.
literally like my head is in a vice. It's on either side of the top of my head.
I need that K2 meter to go up.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I thought he was like chugging some freaking beer or something. I was like, dang, get it.
No, it's water. It's water. I'm trying to hydrate because my
Okay.
headache is killing me.
Aw.
Sebda feels some tension in their temples too, but no headache. So other people are feeling
that
what you're
too.
feeling too. And I do think this is tied into the typhoid, maybe.
Oh, right.
the
We're all,
energy. I
I'm
think every-
feeling very on edge right now.
Yeah, anxious.
I know. This is way tenser.
But I'm getting
Ask-
upset because the K2 meter's not doing anything.
Why is
Courtney,
that?
ask them if anybody has a rabbit for you.
Does anybody have a rabbit for me?
Tell them to touch the green light if they have a rabbit.
Touch the green light if you have a rabbit for me.
What was that?
What is that? It
Somebody's
sounds-
crying?
It
I hear,
sounds
like,
like somebody's.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody's squeezing a rabbit.
No.
I'm going to play an EVP
Right.
for you.
Oh, it's going off. It's going off. It's going off.
Oh.
Yay.
What?
Is there someone there crying because you're sick?
I just saw my breath. It's so cold in here. Oh my God, my
Hear
phone
that?
battery.
Weeping.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it. I don't know who's doing it.
I think it's the rabbit people. I know this makes no sense saying rabbit people, and that sounds pretty far out. One of the really cool EVPs that Donna got, it says, "Get the rabbits out." And hang on, I'm going to play it. All right. I'm going to play it one more time.
That
Once more. Can you hear that?
Get the
Yeah.
rabbits out.
Yep. Now, here's something really crazy. Okay, so Donna captured that.
yeah.
When I was digging around looking for stuff about Poughkeepsie, I don't know if you can you see that
I see something. Yeah.
picture of a
Aw.
rabbit with a guy, right?
Yeah.
And what the headline in this newspaper says, it says Derby champion and his mom feed their pet rabbit at the rear of their Violet Avenue home. 11-year-old Robert Becker, winner of this year's Poughkeepsie Derby, counts rabbit raising and derby racing as merely two of his hobby interests. Credit for all the accomplishments, however, he shares with his mother. So rabbits were raised in the area
Oh.
on Violet Avenue. So
Okay.
with that EVP, I mean, and that backs up what Richard-Lael was saying about how there's different things passing through from the area.
Yeah.
Do you think that spring that you're near right there, or that water source? I think it's almost like the watering hole, almost how Poughkeepsie got its name. How people flock there for their energy, to feed themselves, to rest. And I think that's why there's so many different things coming through. And Donna's gotten these crazy EVPs with different accents in the voices, with different names being called out.
Well, I hear that whimpering again. Do you hear that?
Yeah. I do hear it.
It was.
I hear it now.
I
Yeah.
think I heard.
Now, David, do you have the recording with the woman's? I don't want to like ruin it, but do you have like the one? It's like she's yelling in distress that I got in the upstairs hallway.
Let's see. Loud bang. Hang on. Is it the Hey Donna?
No, this one was a woman in distress, like yelling.
Is it the voice yelling and then saying forever and forever?
Yes.
All right, let me pull that up.
Holy.
That's terrifying.
Oh my
That's
God.
angry.
Yeah.
I just
What-
heard someone.
What'd you hear?
I just heard a man's voice. Who was that?
I'm hearing it too.
I'm hearing footsteps.
What? You're hearing footsteps in the house?
I was
I
hearing
just-
footsteps in the man's voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
the K2 just jumped.
I hear him yelling.
I do too.
Courtney's frozen.
Her thing's
I'm-
going up. Not on
She-
us, not on our end.
No.
It's doing this. I've never it's like flashing.
So, Emmett, what are we hearing is like what's happening now? It's not no recording or nothing.
Right.
Now, I'm not playing any recordings. So
No,
let me,
I heard a man in the basement.
I
with
hear
me.
him. I hear
Yeah.
him.
let
He
me
was
play
yelling.
let me play the voice yelling again, because that seemed to trigger him.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
can
God.
I leave this little room because I'm afraid he's gonna slam the door on me?
No, stay in there.
Yeah,
Stay in there.
You don't
I'm
want to
gonna
go
play-
and face him.
I'm going to play it one more time. It's a 20-second clip. Just stay in there for the 20 seconds, and
I'm brave.
then give 20 seconds to respond. I'm going to
Okay,
start
I'm brave.
now. Starting now.
I have a feeling of what I know what that is. It's a couple arguing. And I hear a man's voice after she says forever and ever. And he could be responding to that argument that they had.
Oh.
Just a theory, but I feel like that's what it is. Because she's
No,
like, forever
that's
and ever.
good.
We're together forever and ever, but they're fighting. And I hear a man's voice right after it. And
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
I heard him in there and with her. I did.
Okay. Jeez.
Donna, is there another one do you think we should play?
Well, there's the one that says my name twice. And I don't know if you have the one where I'm talking to the dogs and a man's voice
I've got both.
cuts in. I don't hear it in real time. And he says hello to me.
Okay, do you want me to play the one with you talking to the dogs? Or the Hey
Sure,
Donna?
we'll do that one. And
I'll start with.
they're both like, it's weird because I'm talking to the dogs at 2 separate times. So yeah, whichever one you'd like to.
I'll start with you talking to the dogs, and then we'll do the Hey Donna.
Okay.
Did anything? They have it on this side. Hello. No, okay. All right then.
And so that was the hello that wasn't you?
Okay, I was
That
wondering. I
was
didn't know
not
which
me.
voice.
Yeah,
So that
you
hello
hear
that
me
came
like,
through-
because
Talking, yeah, and then there's somebody say
basically I
hello.
walk in and I was looking to see if they had eaten their food, and something, I guess a guy's voice came in. He said it so quickly I don't even know what he said. And then I said, oh, let me look on that side, and then you hear the high pitch hello. And when I played that back, I was like, uh-oh.
Let me play that one more time.
Did anything? They have it on this side. Hello. No, okay. All right then.
Wow, and you don't even respond to the hello, which is cool.
The man's voice. You said you hear a man's voice real quick at the very beginning.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
says
You
hello.
hear me say,
He's
did
saying
you eat
hello
anything?
first.
And okay.
I hear him say hello.
Right.
Let's play the Hey Donna twice.
Right.
Okay.
Hi girls, how are you? I know, you're doing good.
I'm going to play that one more time. It was right at the
Right.
beginning. First one was.
Hi girls, how are you? I know, you're doing good.
Wow. Okay. Courtney, talk to us.
I think that I'm on my way to making a witch bottle.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
so scary to listen to in this little room.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh,
Whoa.
What?
why?
Hello.
Why?
Hello.
It's spiking.
Hello.
I'm hearing that.
Me too. Hello.
Okay.
My name's Courtney. What's your name? It's nice to meet
Are you
you.
down there?
What was that?
What was that?
Walking. It's Donna, just her voice is, they're familiar with it. They're going to react to her.
But I'm hearing footsteps or something.
I heard it
heard a
right after
bang.
she spoke.
Yeah, I heard like a bang. Are you with
Yeah.
Courtney
I know.
now?
I feel hands on my shoulders,
Oh, not again.
like pushing down on my shoulders.
To hold you there to confess.
Please don't touch Courtney.
Yes, please don't touch Courtney.
We're safe. We're not harming you. We just want to talk to you. Don't harm Courtney, please.
Thank you, Donna.
I feel much better when Donna says it versus when I say it.
Watch out for the mental patients. They
Uh-uh.
escape. They've been around there.
Bye.
What? Oh no,
David.
that's
I
terrible.
was
It was
I
so
am
close.
feeling bad
Does
for
it say
Courtney.
what address?
No,
When-
it says Violet Avenue. It says all up and down Violet Avenue. They were getting, and this was just one of the many who escaped. When they were building that hospital, they spent a lot of money on a reservoir and removing rocks from it. And they said, why'd you need to do that? And they said, well, so when we have to rake the bodies or rake the reservoir for bodies, we don't want the rocks to get in the way. There was some heavy stuff going on there that people don't talk about anymore.
Wow. How
I
long
just
ago
got-
was that? More than 100 years ago? Or
That one was in the 20s, if I
It's
recall
spiking.
correctly. But
I'm
they
getting
built that first asylum in the late 1800s, and it ran through the I think 60s or 70s, and they transferred the patients nearby across the other side of the woods, from what I can tell.
okay. Well,
Yeah, it says they listen to Donna. Maybe Donna can try to provoke them a little, not provoke them, but bring them out a little bit.
oh yeah, they listen to Donna. Donna, can we have you speak to them in some capacity?
Sure. Hi, if you can hear me, I would like you to please communicate with us. You know who I am. I always leave recording equipment around for you, and I'm always very nice to you. Is there anything that we can do for you? Are you upset because I have Courtney trying to figure out who you are?
What was that?
Can you make it go red if the answer was yes?
Ooh.
Can you light it up if you're upset with me?
Can we try an experiment?
Sure, Haley.
They do really well when you speak to your dogs. Can you pretend to talk to them and act like maybe, I don't know, it just seems like they do well when you speak to them. Like they come out more and they're more interactive.
Oh.
In fact, with you saying that, I don't know if, David, do you have the recording where the woman is addressing the dogs? I don't know if you have that recording. It's you actually hear like an older woman say, "Hey, pretty girl."
Wow.
Let's see here.
Did you guys hear that?
I heard something, but I don't know where it's coming from.
I thought it was the water heater or whatever it is turning on. It's not on.
No, I shut off all the heat and the everything, so this way the audio would not be contaminated.
It sounded like metal, like something on the metal. Maybe the washing machine. That's where I have the recorder sitting on the fridge that's out, the little like chest fridge, whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Down here.
Yeah, the freezer.
And my backpack is on the washing machine.
Okay.
And I just heard something metallic, like it was the heater clicking on. But there's nothing happening. Was that you?
That. What was that? Well, that's me.
No,
That was an echo, but
John Maxwell has an interesting comment. He says he thinks they're upset because they are surrounded by people who are somewhat attuned. He thinks they want to be shown how to move on. They're tired of being stuck where they are. Richard-Lael, are you experienced in getting spirits to move on? It seems like it's up your alley.
I can. Now it depends. Now, if someone doesn't want to move on, then they won't.
Right.
So if I can show the way, and if they will, they will, and if not, they won't. So
okay.
I need a battery pack. Excuse me for 1 second. I'll go back in the little room in a second. I just need my phone battery's dying.
Were you fully charged at the start of this? We're all losing.
Yep, I was.
And everything.
Within 2 hours?
It's gone down almost 20% since I came down in the basement.
Oh my gosh. So there's a huge energy drain, and it's going from New York State to Florida. And that's all we needed to come over into our neighborhood, Haley. That's all we need.
Amanda, a whisper that said they said Donna. So someone who knows Donna's there too. I guess they're all familiar with her. Donna, did you do a spell tonight, or are you a practicing witch?
I am, but I didn't do a spell tonight. No.
Okay, you didn't do anything different before.
Spells, yes, but not tonight.
Okay, cool.
No, I put on my African headdress and I danced naked in the yard. But other than that, no, nothing different.
Oh, perfect. Good. We must have the same rituals.
Right.
I had a dream about that.
Oh gosh.
yours was Japanese, dear.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
You got a new battery, Courtney?
I'm plugged in now.
Okay, excellent. So, Richard-Lael, lead us through some sort of crossing over.
Certainly. So again, it would be more powerful if we were there, but all of our energy together. And I never like to force anything to go. It's not my place. I always like to say, if you want to stay, you're more than welcome to stay. If not, then I ask you to move on. If you're going to be great, you're welcome here. If you're going to be a good energy, you're going to be welcome here. If not, I'm going to have you to move on. So again, I like to focus on the breath, pull in the breath, all of that, the prana. So you inhale through the nose and you hold it and you exhale through the mouth. We're going to do it again 2 more times, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more time. And we say to those energies that would like to go, you can move on from this place. You do not have to be trapped in this realm anymore. You are welcome if you would like to stay. If you are going to be friendly and interact, you are welcome to stay. If, however, you want to go, if you feel like that it is forever and ever and there is no way out, there is certainly a way out. I would ask that, Donna, the next time that you are in the area, that you live there, that you would just raise the windows and you would let them do their thing. Let them go out if they would like. I know it's a little bit chilly. I know we're just at the beginning of spring. Just open the window, let them out, and we push them out with a breath. Ooh, they are gone. Anyone who will be gone. And anyone who would like to stay is more than welcome to stay and enjoy the witch house.
Thank you, Richard-Lael. That actually helped my headache a lot, believe it or not. Probably just breathing instead of spending 2 hours with my fist in my mouth in this incredibly tense episode. So, Courtney, talk to us.
I'm hearing footsteps.
Oh. That is anybody else hearing that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play an EVP. It says not mine. Not mine.
What was
not
that?
Mine.
That was
Denise,
quick.
That was no
it's-
warning.
sorry, I was pulling up.
No warning. Just give us a heart
This-
attack.
This one says not mine.
Oh.
And then the one, oh, did we already do the forever and forever? Yeah.
Yeah, that was just enough for the night. That was
You know, the thing about that, they may be arguing, but when that came to when I saw it, there's that older woman that I saw before.
Yeah.
She's a bit of a smoker. She's sort of tells me, it's sort of like it's even though they may be fighting, it's like, yeah, but forever and ever. So she's sort of saying he goes on forever and ever, but then also she wants it to go on forever and ever because she likes the attention.
Oh, fascinating. So it's not in rage, but a testament of joy, sort of thing.
Well, it's a convoluted, it's a strange version of joy. It's attention, and she likes the attention. I also get the sensation that she likes cigarettes. So if anyone has one you could leave for her, she would love that.
Oh,
That's what it feels like, forever and ever. And I get the sensation of cigarette smoke.
okay, that's helpful. Courtney, what are you hearing right now?
I'm still hearing movement from. I don't know, Don, if you can hear it, but it's from, I think, the first floor. It sounds like.
Well, I'm on the second floor in the bathroom, and I'm not hearing. Like when we were hearing what you were hearing earlier, I heard footsteps, but I don't hear them right now, though.
Well, Courtney, why don't we go back up to the murder room, as it's so fondly referred to, and see if those footsteps continue once you're up there.
All right, I'm gonna close the door for Donna.
Oh yeah,
Thank
the
you.
confession. Yes.
All right, if you guys can take me off screen so I don't murder room myself on the stairs, that would be great.
Okay.
What the
Let's go
heck?
back to Richard-Lael's painting. Let's see how it progressed.
I think I'm pretty well done with her. I've got a little witch right up there at the top too.
Oh, sailing off into the sunset.
Wait, we're at camera angles. So I've got this witchy lady here.
Yeah.
She did not end up by looking that. She may be the older woman that I see, but she was, the 60s was her thing.
Right. That's fantastic. And as always, where can we see all of this artwork?
It'll go up on Instagram onto The Gentleman Psychic on Instagram, or Richard-Lael Lillard.
Right.
I always like to offer to the homeowner first before I offer it to the public, but it will also be for sale if at the end.
Right.
Do you do commissions? Like if somebody wants something specific, will you do commissions for people?
Oh, I do commissions all the time. Yeah, I love to do commissions.
Okay, good.
I've gotten a few that are a few of my friends who are here have some of my paintings that are commissioned. So yeah, absolutely, you can contact me that way.
And we can contact you to do a psychic painting, like you will connect.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I have a clientele list that has become sort of an in vogue thing, I suppose.
Fantastic. Excellent. Well, glad to hear.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you much.
Oh my gosh. So this has been above and beyond tense, but we're back up with Courtney.
Can I say something
Please,
too?
Donna.
Sorry.
Or Haley, what would you like to say?
Okay, when I was painting that, I felt like so connected to the woman, almost like we were the same person, because I always believed I lived in the 60s, and I also am such a vintage collector.
Oh my gosh.
And I just felt like at first I felt like her hair color looked red in the beginning, and then when he was finished, it was blonde, and then I'm like, is that me? For real?
Oh.
Maybe she's a little bit more rotund. She's a little bit more plump than you are. But
I don't know. Awkward.
Do you channel back to the 60s, Haley? Is that?
Oh my gosh, all the time. Like
Maybe you were there.
I'm a hippie. I'm seriously peace and love. Every time you guys get on here with me, I'm like this. I don't know if you see that. That's just, I'm seriously a hippie. That's all I have to say. Hippie Haley,
Okay.
that's all.
Wow. So maybe it's your reincarnation painting.
That's me. Now I'm going to have to buy the painting.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Anna gets first dibs. We got to remind
And I'm
you.
a witch. That is so me. That is seriously me. Oh my gosh. I'm about to like recreate the picture. I'm going to model it. I'm going to be her and I'll show you. That's me.
Can't wait.
Well, like I said, I think that she's a little heavier than you, but and I will say because it's true, you are definitely prettier than she is.
Oh, I appreciate both those compliments for real.
Very nice. Courtney, you're back in the murder room. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep. I did not murder myself on the stairs, so that was lovely. I'm here. I have this, I got this thing. I thought maybe if Richard-Lael would be kind enough to cleanse us again at the end today. I went shopping as I usually do on these adventures at the Witchcraft District Bazaar here in Poughkeepsie. And I got this beautiful selenite wand with a feather because I needed some extra help kind of like cleansing myself before I left today.
Tell me about the Witchcraft Bazaar. Is it like a flea market of witchcraft or is it a mall?
It's a store and it's lovely. And I went 2 times today.
It sounds cool.
That sounds fantastic. And did you show off, by the way, your merchandise from the Mystery Control? You're scared of the
I did.
Yes.
And they asked about it as soon as we walked in the door, and then I told them to watch.
Oh, fantastic.
So I hope that they are watching.
Well, excellent. And everybody who's watching now, feel free to go and to mysterycontrol.com where Courtney got all of her fantastic ghost bait, the water bottle, and everything. So again, let's have Richard-Lael then lead us in a cleansing.
Yes, and this is of course, I'm glad that you have that feather because as I said, there's a large Native American history that is in the area. So it's good to pay a little bit of homage. And I like to say this to everyone that is here, everyone that is watching, everyone that lives in the home, everyone that lives in the area. There is nothing that is going to follow you back. There is nothing that is going to creep up from the confessional downstairs. There is nothing that is going to bother you. And again, we just put a protection around us, and we do so with the prana, that breath of life. And we do, again, magic of 3, the mind, the body, the spirit. And we do into the nose, out the mouth. And here we go. Into the nose. Hold it, and out to the mouth. Oh. Oh. One more. Oh. And we close the veil. It is now closed. And everyone is protected. Get mundane. Have something a little bit salty. Have something a little bit... Well, you know, I'll go have a Madeline here in a moment.
Fantastic.
Have something salty, touch something iron, ground yourself, get mundane. You might notice your intuition is a little bit more into the next couple of days, but you're going to be fine. Nothing is going to follow you.
Thank you
unless
so
Dean,
much.
and then you can go. Unless, and then you can go to Dean's vacuum cleaner because it doesn't have enough spirit as it is.
Damn
Dean, they
you,
agreed with
Richard-Lael.
him.
What? Why did you curse my vacuum cleaner again? This is ridiculous.
Dean, they agreed with Richard-Lael.
Oh, did they?
This was spiking while Richard-Lael was saying that.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. It's
So
your turn
all of our
next, Dean.
electronics, the batteries were going. David's computer sparked right up. And now you just cursed my robot vacuum cleaner. Thank you so much. This, again, we thank everybody who's watched this evening. Thanks for participating. If you recorded anything and have an EVP you want to share, feel free to email it to us where all emails go. I'm sure our producer will put up an email note somewhere. I don't even know what our emails are. Isn't that embarrassing? So, again, Donna, thank you so much for letting us into your witch house. And people can come to when they're in Poughkeepsie and to see this place. And you also sell online various things. Where can they find you online, Donna?
They go to littlewitchhouse.com. You never know what I'm going to throw up there, make, invent. I'm always blogging. I always have something to say. So, to sign up, free emails from me whenever I blog and flap my gums.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. David L. Sloan, thank you again for all the research. I'm sorry your computer nearly lost it.
It's so crazy. I'll tell you what, I mean, I love the history of this place. And I thought I didn't think for me, this wasn't a scary night, but wow, a freaky night because so much freaky stuff happened where it's like, whoa. Yeah. So it was really cool. And I really appreciate the people, the regulars who keep coming back in the comments. There was Sevda, there was Penny, Sam, Eric from Texas, Joe. There's so many people. We missed Haley Castellano tonight, but I think she's going to be watching later. Yeah. Wow. What a wild night.
Wild night.
And Donna has so much cool energy that she's manifested there. And I believe that she has 2 books that she's written too, which, is that correct, Donna?
Oh, yeah. Tell us about your books, Donna, quickly.
Sure. The Lee Avenue Haunting, based on a home that I grew up in. It was haunted, and it was horrible. It was hellish. And then the second one was Growing Up Paranormal. And I share my stories along with other writers that accompanied me, and they share their stories of hauntings.
And we can find that on Amazon, on a Kindle?
Yes, Amazon.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
I will be immediately going to Amazon to order both. So
excellent.
You make it out a lot, Courtney. I mean, I'm serious. When you walk out of that house, watch yourself because you're going to get hit really hard with what you had happened earlier when you went out to the garage area. Watch out because those ones are out there. And when you leave the house, make sure you're well protected.
Wow.
Not joking one bit.
Okay. That's good information to have before we all leave. And Haley, thank you, Haley. Michelle, can you hear us?
Okay, so
you were frozen there in a weirdest position.
Whatever. Okay,
what?
Richard-Lael, what do you think of this?
I think you are fabulous. Oh,
thank you.
God.
Look, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Truly
fantastic.
Fabulous.
Well, again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Scared and Alone. Join us next Saturday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we will do this again at another place, and all of us will be completely terrified and alone. We will be terrified and alone. We might as well change the name. I'm not just scared. I'm completely terrified. But thank you again, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Careful, Courtney.
Intensity may be more than some wish to be exposed to, and those people should be forewarned.
Get out.
What?
Die. It said die. Get out. Die.
Oh my God. Oh,
And it's like the same voice too.
It is the same voice. It is the same tone.
Maybe we should get out of that room because he was lighting up and it said get out or die. I don't know.
Get out or die.
Get out
I
or
heard.
die. Okay.
Oh. Okay, what happened, Courtney? You scared the crap out of me.
I don't know. There was something flying.
What do you mean flying? A bat?
Whoever's here and interacting with me, are you trying to bring me up to the second floor?
Look at it move.
Listen, I can see it on this, but it's not really doing it in person.
What, I'm imagining that? I'm also hearing some sort of voice.
At night, when they open back up in the morning, that doll was in a different part of the store.
Go red.
Oh,
Go red.
no.
It's, oh, Jesus, there's the car moving around.
Why is it moving by itself?
People are smelling embalming fluid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody's saying you're not safe.
Yeah. David, how do you feel? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I mean, I'm really concerned. This is weird. People are picking up on a tunnel below there. Here's the wild
tunnel.
thing.
There's
Salem is known for its tunnels.
I can hear it.
Ask them if they're ready to go to war.
Oh, wow.
Somebody's getting, where are all
And when
my
I laugh,
things?
it goes off.
Things are not mine. My house. They said there's something going on with that clown. The people are still seeing stuff with the eyes on the clown.
Does she?
Oh, is this the motion controlled doll?
Are you
There it
the
is
female
again, right?
prisoner?
I saw someone run from that area. Oh my gosh, why did you do that?
Courtney, you need to be warned. Somebody says that they see someone following you around there and touching you on the shoulder.
I've heard what she's hearing, and it catches you, and it's a little bit, it's scary. It's scary.